Yo, what is poppin' players? It's your boy Nicky D and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but for very good reason. So, 2 weeks ago, we got top 32, 20th place at the GenCon IRL Digimon Regional Championships with GrandisKuwagamon. Yo boys back on green, baby. But, obviously, we didn't make top 16. We didn't get our invite. That changed last weekend. At the GenCon Online Regional Championships, your boy got 6th place. That's right, motherfucker, top 8 with Grandis. I changed the list a little bit from when I played at Otakon, and now I'm going to show you guys what I did. Let's get on into it. So, starting off with the babies, of course. I start off with the babies. Follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/NickyD_TV. Do it. It's free. Do it now. Link in the description. Do it. I beg of you. Anyway, 4 babies. 4 copies of Yokomon. Card is insane. It's the only egg you need. I wouldn't mind running a 5th. Maybe the Motimon that gives plus 1k if you're an Insectoid. Or Gummy just to get that extra draw if you have Jamming Palmon in your stack. Unless you literally need to be bigger than 16, right? So a 5th egg wouldn't be bad, but you always want Yoko as like your 1st through 3rd egg if you need that. So it's like, just run 4. Fuck it. Yoko, when it's trashed due to Digiburst, you give one of your Digimon 2000 DP. It doesn't have to be the GrandisKuwagamon that you bursted off of. You can give this to a rookie, you can give this to a level 4. It's amazing. It comes up a lot. Whether you have to swing over something that's bigger than 16, or if you just need to use, like, you suspend something with the Akuamon, and then do your Grandis stack, and then you can kill whatever you suspended with, like, the rookie, and then still do your checks with the Grandis. Crazy. Speaking of rookies, we ran 14. 4 Promo Palmon, 4 Kakuamon X Antibody, 3 Terrier Best Boy, 2 Goblimon, and 1 Lalamon. Let's dive in. Run this card. Run this card. I don't care if people told you don't, run this card. Jamming is very important. It comes up way more than you think in a lot of different matchups. It's fantastic. Just always run the Jamming Palmon. When it's trashed due to Digiburst, you can give any one of your Digimon jamming. Anyone. Really good. Kakuamon X Antibody, green finally has a searcher, and it's still not that great. But we are forced to run it, and it gets the job done. On play, or when Digivolving, which we won't do, so just on play. Reveal the top 3, add a Machine, Insectoid, and or the X Antibody option card. So obviously, since we're running green, the Kakuamon is mainly here to search our Insectoids, or another Kakua if we're that bricked out. 3 copies of Terriermon because Terriermon best boy. I think 3 is perfect. I think 4 would get too cloggy because I want other weight. I need other cards to Digivolve into. So seeing this card too early, I will Digivolve into it and then draw into another one. And I'm like, well, now I'm still forced to hard play one anyway. I want to Digivolve into anything else before the Terrier. Because Terrier, while it sits on board, your opponent cannot gain memory except through Tamer effects. All the memory boosts in all the world. Choke them with the Terrier. It's amazing. Goblimon is correct. I don't know why lists aren't running 2-drop rookies. I think they're insane. If we're at 3, we can go hard drop Gobly, go into a Kabu blocker, and still keep turn. Also, if we're doing the chicken war, you know, I've got level 5, they got level 5. I can start spamming some cheap bodies to force them to raise first, or else I threaten OTK. 1 copy of Lalamon, because in my opinion, if you draw it, that's all you need. When it's trashed due to Digiburst, it comes back to your hand. So I don't see why you should run any more than 1. That's just me. 14 rookies, felt extremely strong. I only bricked once in the whole tournament. And by brick, I mean like I just didn't open a rookie. I opened a Memboost instead, and life was great. Moving on, we have 11 champions. 4 copies of Weedmon, Koki, artwork. We have 3 copies of the blocker Kabuterimon, 2 copies of Arbormon, and 2 copies of Sneemon. So, Weedmon, of course, is extremely important for the deck. This lets you pop off at 1 memory. It's insane. When it's trashed due to Digiburst, you gain a memory. Broken. Kabuterimon. Cheap, 1-cost Evo, can be searched off my rookie, and is a blocker. Fantastic. 2 Arbors because Hybrid for Game is broken. You always want this. That's literally it. Arbor for Game. And then the 2 Sneemons. So this is a change from my Otakon list. I was always debating, should I try Sneemon? Should I not try Sneemon? I said, fuck it. I'm going to try Sneemon. Whatever, right? It's Nikki playing green. I'm going to make whatever. I'm going to make it work no matter what. So Sneemon is a security Digimon. And on play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So if this is in security, it can help prevent lethals. Because your opponent might be like swinging out and then had that rookie for game. You can suspend it if they hit this in security. As well, when the promo Akuamon blanket effect is going on your opponent's board, if this comes out of security, you suspend something, they lose a memory. This happened twice in the regional where they swung out. They hit a Sneemon, I suspended their dude, and it forced to pass turn. It's also an insectoid, so it can be searched out with your Kakuamon. I love it. Am I sold? Not 100%, but, you know, it's just Digimon, right? If it's in my security, I'm happy with it. If it's in my hand, I'm not happy with it. So, 50-50. We ended up running 9 champions. What? God damn. 9 ultimates. We have 4 copies of the promo Akuamon, best card in the deck. We have 4 copies of Akuamon X Antibody, also best card in the deck. And 1 copy of BT9 Akuamon, most slept on best card in the deck. So, this Akuamon is busted. When you would Digivolve into an Insectoid over this card, all of your opponent's Digimon gain, when suspended, lose 1 memory until the end of your opponent's next turn. So if they swing, they lose a memory. If you suspend them, they lose a memory. Sneemon suspends them, they lose a memory. If Jerry suspends itself, lose a memory. It's a blanket effect. It's just like Ice Wall. It's amazing. And then your turn, if it has Insectoid in its traits, it gains Piercing. Yes, that's what we've been looking for. Inherited Piercing, always nuts. Then we have 4 copies of Akuamon X Antibody. You Digivolve for free over one of your Akuamons. And when Digivolving, if you have the X Antibody source or an Akuamon in your Digivolution cards, you get to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So, if you raise out your Akua, go into Akua X, you forcefully suspend something, they lose a memory. Amazing. Because of its secondary effect. Your turn, when it would Digivolve into an Insectoid, you can reduce that Evo cost by 1. So your GrandisKuwagamon for 3 now becomes 2. Broken. Broken. And then 1 copy of the BT9 Akuamon. The 2 cost is actually insanity. The 2 cost Evo is great. The your turn isn't once per turn either on its inheritable. If you kill a Digimon with this stack, you gain a memory. So, I mean, you don't have Piercing, but it can help extend plays if your hand is kind of awkward. And it's just a 2 cost. It is so good. You can choke back to 1 with a 2 cost. As long as you have an Akuamon in your Akuamon, you're going to get that suspended effect, and it's fantastic. Like, really good. Really strong. This was originally an Argomon level 5, because I could Digizorb something and go into a Digimon that was 8 cost, 8 play cost, so I could swing for free through Kongu if I hit it in security. But it wasn't an Insectoid, so in those hard times where I just need a level 5, if I reveal the top 3 with Kakuamon X, and I don't find a 5, I would be in deep trouble. So I decided to go full 9 on the Akuamon level 5s. Level 6s, it's Grandis. So we run 4 promo GrandisKuwagamon and 4 GrandisKuwagamon. Need no introduction. These cards are insane. This is what makes the deck go. You've got GrandisKuwagamon for 3 or 2 over Akua X. Main Digiburst 2, one of your Digimon gets Security Tech +1. Again, just like all the Digiburst stuff, this could be any Digimon you want, but 9 out of 10, it's going to be this stack. So the combo, of course, is you Digiburst your whole thing. If you have 2 level 5s, you keep one of them, which is going to be the Piercing Akuamon. And then you give him Sec +2, jamming, extra 2k, the whole 9. Then you go into GrandisKuwagamon. Evos for 4, or for 1 over GrandisKuwagamon. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if this Digimon were to be attacking, using like the X antibody source, you may choose to swap the attack target to one of your opponent's suspended Digimon. In this list, never comes up, but it's cool. Your turn. This Digimon gains 4,000 DP. Okay, so it's 16 on your turn. Sure. And then, end of attack. This is what makes it the OTK. End of attack, once per turn. If you have GrandisKuwagamon or the X antibody source in this Digivolution cards, you may unsuspend this Digimon and suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So this thing can swing twice. You do not have to suspend an opponent's Digimon to get the unsuspend. It is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So I ran 4-4. That's my top end. That's it. It gives you aggression, gives you board control, lets you win the game. Next up, we ran for option cards. It's different than Otakon. I just ran 4 boosts. My Otakon list had 2 boosts and 2 Electroshocker. I think Electroshocker is still a fantastic card, but after more games, I'm like, Grandis is my removal. It's green. My security is going to be ass anyway. If I'm playing a 2 of option card to pray its insecurity, nah, don't even bother with it. Excuse me, don't even bother with it. 4 copies of Men Boost, amazing. If your opponent hits this insecurity, I would rather them hit this than Electroshocker, because this means like you probably lose the game next turn. It's literally fantastic. Obviously, on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add any green Digimon you find there to your hand, bot deck the rest, and then delay, you gain 2 memory. It's broken. Run 4. Green needs its pieces. Every deck needs its pieces. Rounding out the list, we ran 4 copies of Mimi. Best tamer in the game. I don't care what y'all think. Best tamer in the game. It gives you an extra breeding phase. So as long as you have a level 5 green Digimon in play, you may suspend Mimi to either hatch a new egg or move out a level 3 or higher Digimon from your breeding. When you move them out, they can attack. It's just like a regular breeding phase. Yeah, so you run 4. If they hit this insecurity, you are so happy. If you see one in your opening hand, play it. Like, just, oh, rookie, Mimi, boom. Like, off to the races. The card is literally insane. The amount of value and aggression you get with this, you have so many avenues to end the game. Because you could, like, double Mimi, raise your stack, do all the, well, suspend one Mimi to hatch, do all the checks, Evo in the raising, and then just suspend Mimi to raise. Or, of course, with just one Mimi out, you can just swing all the checks and then Arbormon for game. Card is literally insane. I only played 3 at Otakon because I played 1 Merciful mode. And while I didn't hate it, the Merciful mode's just, it's alright. So real quick, let's go over my matchups that I had on, that Sunday. This is just real quick. Obviously, y'all can read it here, so I'll just leave it up. If you guys have any questions, please just hit me up on Twitch, on Twitter, at NickyD_TV as well. Check me out, babies. Come on now. I got top 8 at a regional. Check out your boy, please. I beg of you, please. Anyway, yeah, we had an amazing run. We only lost to the mirror because we didn't find GrandisKuwagamon in time. And they were forced to raise early. So, like, I had the best answer. I just didn't have the GrandisKuwagamon. So, it is what it is. And then we went on a tear. I mean, obviously, we went 7-1. Feels absolutely amazing. There you have it, guys. Comment down below Big Daddy G if you stayed till the end. I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one.